intro was of two lovely ladies, Amanda York and Jamie Ordolis, the brains behind Empirella.com, and here they are.
Here with
Hello.
us.
Oh, you guys fancy
On the couch.
Yes, fabulous set.
Breakfast set.
We love
it.
Thank you.
That video brought us back to, when I was watching. I'm like, oh my god, it seems like such a long time ago.
So what was happening in that video then?
That was the behind the scenes. We created a series for the Slice Network. It was the first. We had never edited anything, shot anything before. We didn't even have TIFF accreditation. So, and we were doing this series for the Slice Network, for the Slice.ca, that was the site, about working women and people who had fabulous careers and what those careers were actually like. So this one was publicist during TIFF.
Hilarious.
The next Working It series was a fashion designer through Toronto Fashion Week.
Awesome.
And then we did the behind the scenes of all the trouble that Amanda and I got into trying to make a series during TIFF without ever having done production before. And it was like the best time we ever had. Yeah.
It's quite amazing when we watch it back too. We can't believe that we were able to get all that footage and get that stuff.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Was that your first collaboration together?
We had done one red carpet before, Fashion Cares. I had just come off a CBC reality show, Fashion File host hunt, and I was feeling really like, oh my god, are people going to take us seriously? And Amanda was like, we're with Slice. We're young. We blonde hair.
She was so nervous. I'm like, it's fine.
Yeah. So her spirit was always so good that we inspired each other always. Yeah, and we worked together ever since.
Awesome. Very cool. So you guys currently have launched the beta of Empirella.com.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us a little more about that.
Amanda?
Who's going to take the reins on this one?
Empirella is something we've wanted to do for a while, ever since we were doing Working It back at the Slice Girls. And
it's an empire for women. Empirella.com, that's where the name comes from.
Makes sense. Okay.
We love to work. Sometimes we can't, we don't believe that we get paid to do what we do.
All we
Don't
do is
cut our
talk about
salaries
work,
though.
so.
And we found, they say write what you love, and for all the bloggers out there, you know that it's fun to start a site at the beginning, but you got to sit there every night. You got to go till 4 in the morning. If you don't love what you're talking about, you're not going to make a go of it.
Yeah.
And what we loved was our work. We don't really talk in terms of work-life balance because, well, we're doing something that we love. It's all fun. You guys must agree, right?
Right, yeah.
we're like, no, we totally agree.
No, we do.
At least about the hours, right?
Totally about the hours.
passion
I totally agree in terms of the hours thing. On a personal note, I do think work-life balance is important, but that is just
But impossible.
It is impossible, but if you can manage it in some miraculous way, or find the way to find that balance, then all the power to you. I think it's hard. I truly believe it's harder and harder for people to do that these days because so many people, especially with the digital world, are doing their jobs and then are doing their passion projects.
Yeah.
They're all like the same thing, and it's kind of like, it's late nights and early mornings and everything in between, and sometimes you have to be...
Yes, cover up has become my best friend for sure.
Or those anti-puff roller balls.
You can do what we do, which is have some relatively good lighting and just broadcast
Is it good lighting? Good.
lower than HD. But I tell you, it's like airbrush. I watched it, was like, oh, it's fantastic. You can't see this. You can't.
And by the time we're all famous, we'll be able to afford Botox.
Oh yeah.
So bring the HD on. But yeah, Empirella.com. So the content that we do is really about women and their careers.
Okay.
That being said, we have male writers. Our audience is split, men and women.
Okay.
And so we'll talk about tips for the workplace, the best in tech, anything that's going to help you achieve your dreams, go for the thing you've always wanted. And we had 30,000 page views in our first month, even though we're in beta.
That's fantastic.
Floored us, but also put that pressure on to make the content happen.
Yeah.
But there really isn't a solid publication for women in Canada that's kind of like, that speaks to a younger audience, a younger professional, which that's what I gravitated to right away. Plus, the coolest thing is, you guys, besides you have like an interview with George Stroumboulopoulos on it, but beyond that, you also have fantastic content for people who are creating online content. So how to make a great comedy video, how to pitch your film to executives. That is really interesting information that you can't find anywhere. You can't
Well, we started doing entertainment reporting and fashion reporting. So we were spending a lot of time alongside the great editors in Toronto, Lisa Tant, the editor-in-chief of Flair. We'd interview her at Fashion Week, and we'd interview people like Strombo, and we'd interview celebrities, and so they are doing amazing content for women. And we were doing celebrity reporting. We thought, well, we do care who everyone's dating, and we do care what they're wearing, but really, we're getting all this advice from these people, and they're so successful, and that's what we really wanted to take and put onto Empirella. So George, for example, he's the person that launched our new audio series, Listen While You Work, with his career advice.
Awesome.
And we hope to bring you more fabulous people like that who are open about how they did it and how they can inspire you to do it.
Bonnie Fuller, we have something coming up with her.
Get out! I love her. Because she used to be editor-in-chief of 17 magazine a long time ago. Right?
And Glamour and Flair and Cosmopolitan and
she's
someone
Canadian too.
Yeah. Pardon me?
Right? She's Canadian, right?
She's Canadian, yeah, definitely. She was so young when she was editor-in-chief of Flair.
Wow.
She told us like no budgets, no sleep.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
No accreditation, trying to get in.
Yes, no accreditation.
Okay, so how about this? What is, I guess for each of you, what is the best tidbit of advice you would give, I guess, a woman or a guy that want to get into the digital media industry? How about that?
I would say be active online. So create a blog, create a microblog like Tumblr, be active on Twitter, Facebook, really put yourself out there. But it depends what you want to do in web though. If you want to create content, I would say really be active and put out content. But if you want to be a designer, just keep designing. You don't have to go to school anymore nowadays, right? You just need a solid portfolio.
Yeah.
Especially with our access to tools, right? And we're in the age of like Justin Bieber can put videos on YouTube and become like the biggest pop star in the world. So if you look at a job that you want our jobs? Like I am the interactive producer for Stephen Krish, she's the interactive producer for George Strombolopoulos tonight. Start somewhere. Start with your blog.
Yeah.
Like there are bloggers who started on WordPress that are have much better
or
jobs
Twitter,
than us.
like Kelly Oxford.
Yeah. Start your own
or shit my dad
Ustream
says.
show.
Or
Or
start your own Ustream show. Exactly.
I think, we're on that.
Yeah, maybe. So how can people find you online and your awesome content? Where can they go?
Empirella.com.
Yeah.
That's simple.
Empirella.com, at Empirella on Twitter, at Jamie Ordolis on Twitter for me.
At York Attack.
Very
We'll
good.
make sure we'll send that stuff all out.
Awesome. Really quickly, Tanya, are there any questions for the ladies or?
I just got one. What's your next? What's upcoming? Do you have an event coming?
Well, we're going into TIFF, so we have plans to attack that.
Awesome.
I mean, the eyes of the world are on Toronto. There's all these amazing people, so we're hoping to get a lot of those, a lot of great interviews. As Amanda said, we have our Bonnie Fuller interview coming up. We have great writers. We have like 5 or 6 people that are amazing. They put content up every day, so really we have new stuff on the site every single day. I have a comment actually. Our makeup artist, Maya Goldenberg, said it's totally the Steve Buscemi shirt. All the way.
Oh, really?
And my boyfriend Scott reminded me of, bad translations or unfortunate translations. The best ones from a few years ago, KFC, when they launched in Japan. Finger looking good, translated to gnaw your fingers off.
That's
See, it happens quite often.
Yeah, well, especially when you go to Asia and they try to do English. Do you remember English.com?
Yeah.
Hilarious. Okay.
Or that video, Touch My Bari.
Oh, Touch My Bari, you're right. You know that YouTube video?
No.
It could make the show next week. It's not new, but please
It's
watch
old
it.
but
Touch
gold.
My
Old
Bari.
but gold. Awesome.
Amazing.
Old but gold.
Okay, so we briefly mentioned your Empirella audio series.
Yes.
So listen while you work, and I guess we're going to play a little segment of that, and this is your interview with...
There's definitely...
George is the first series for Listen While You Work.
It's pretty cute. I know Wildworks tuned in. He loved it. Mary Trinité, she's tuned in, and she's pumped. She's like, Strombo! Big smiley face.
Adorable.
And guys, tweet us, tweet Nat and Marie, and tell us who you want next, right? We're out there to get those people for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Good stuff. So again, thanks so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you guys.
Thanks.
Congrats on the show.